there, and welcome. This Friday's Anomaly is about a superintendent. And, yeah, I'm calling it the FBI Anomaly. We had a superintendent. I'm not going to use the name here because I am really going to slam this human being. And so I'm not going to tell you the name. This superintendent came to the school, and one of the things he did was just put every school principal in his target. The good ones, the bad ones, didn't matter. He was going to make them all pay. And so he was a bully. And he did bully-like things. He made them feel small. He made them feel hated, which is not a good thing to do. They're at-will employees. It's hard enough to be a principal without your superintendent peeing on you from a great height. And this guy was not only was he a bully, he was paranoid, he was dumb, and he was sleazy. Paranoid, dumb, and sleazy. That's a magical combination of horrible. I think in the medieval times he might be described as demon-possessed. But because he was paranoid, dumb, and sleazy, he did something truly stupid. And this is what happened. He had decided, for whatever reason, that he was going to go after a particular principal and just destroy him. Not just get him fired, but destroy his career. That's what he decided. He was going to do that. And he was going to do it by any means necessary. He didn't even care. You know what I mean? He didn't even care if it was right. He didn't even care if he broke the law or anything to do it. He was going to do it. He was going to assert himself. So, one night after a school board meeting that was pretty contentious, he ended up at his car talking with another person who worked in the district and plotting to get this guy nailed, to nail this principal and do him real harm. That was pretty evil, and he did it in the parking lot. Okay, so he got home, and there was a message on his answering machine, and so he listened to it, and it was a recording of part of this conversation that he had with this person. That's all it was, just a recording of them plotting this, quite frankly, I think, illegal action to get rid of somebody. I think they were plotting to do something horrible to somebody. And here's the thing, it made him furious. It made him really mad because he thought it was a message intended to blackmail him. And he was so sleazy, he knew blackmail was illegal no matter what. So he called the frickin' FBI field office and reported it. He was furious. How dare someone try to blackmail him? Now, as you well know, the FBI has certain resources at hand by which they can check these things. They can figure out who called. And I bet you've already guessed what actually happened. What actually happened was he accidentally pocket dialed his home. The last number he had called was his home to talk to his wife. And then when he went out to this parking lot to have this little clandestine conversation, without realizing it, he redialed his own home. And because his wife wasn't home at the time, it went to the machine, and the machine picked up and started recording. And he didn't realize it because he was having this conversation, and the little message that comes out on the phone was so quiet in his pocket that he didn't realize what was happening. Now, that is dumb. Pocket dialing yourself and recording it and not realizing that's what you've done is dumb. Double dumb is not realizing and calling the cops, the FBI. That's double dumb. But if you want to really achieve triple dumb, 3 times the stupid. You call the newspaper about this thing, this horrible thing. So by the time the newspaper gets around to interviewing the FBI has to be careful, right? Because they don't want to say, this guy's a moron. And I don't know why. They should have just said it. He called himself. It wasn't what he thinks it is. That's not what they said. They were very non-committal. The quotes that were from the FBI were clear that the FBI did not think a crime had been committed because a crime had not been committed. That superintendent did not merit the job he had. He was too hard on people. He was a bully. And you know, every principal who was under him should have learned from his distinctly stupid example that being a bully does not help. Being tough sometimes is necessary, but being a bully is not helpful. It is always, always negative. People should not bully other human beings. Grown-up people should know that. Bullying adults is gross. Bullying children is terrible when you're a child, but at least the child has the excuse of not fully understanding the implications of what is happening. And a bullying child can learn not to bully. But somebody who's an adult who likes to bully people is just messed up. Okay? That's messed up. And I don't think anybody in school should be prone to bullying. They should try their best not to. Coaching staff notwithstanding. Well, that's it for today. The triple dumbest superintendent I ever knew. I hope you guys have a glorious and smart and gentle day. And I hope you see me again. You gorgeous people.